Today we're going to get into something that's a huge part of the music industry, but sometimes flies under the radar. We're talking about the cover song.
It really is. And, most of us hear covers all the time on the radio or streaming, and we might not even realize it's not the original version.
Exactly. So let's just start with a really simple definition.
Mhm.
A cover song is, well, it's just a new performance or a new recording of a song that someone else already released.
Right.
And artists do this for a bunch of reasons, maybe to show off their own style or, pay tribute to someone they look up to.
Or sometimes they just want to bring a fresh sound to an old classic for a new generation, and that's essential, really. It's how music evolves and connects different eras.
Okay, so to really get this, we kind of have to go back in time.
Mm.
Because the idea that only one artist owns a song is, well, it's pretty new.
Oh, absolutely. Before the 1950s, it was completely normal for lots of singers to record the same popular song. It was even expected.
It was a totally different business model, right?
Totally. You had songwriters, and they were the ones with the power. They'd write a song, the notes and the words, and they might sell it to a few different music publishers all at the same time.
So you could hear a hit on the radio on Monday.
And by Friday, you'd have 5 or 6 different versions by different famous singers out in the stores. There wasn't one single real version of the song.
Wow. So the focus wasn't on the singer at all.
Not really. The priority was the song itself. Was it a good composition? Did it have clever lyrics, a great melody? The singer was just the person delivering it.
But then technology started to change things.
Right. Record players got popular and people started buying records instead of just sheet music. And, they started connecting a specific song to a specific voice.
And that's when the idea of a performer, like a star, really started to take over.
Exactly. The industry shifted toward this idea that an artist or a band owns their recording. That's when doing a cover became a real creative choice, not just how things were done. But luckily, the tradition never really stopped.
That distinction you made between the performer and the writer, that takes us right into the legal stuff. Because you can't just release a cover song today. There are some very specific rules you have to follow.
Mm-hmm. This is all about intellectual property. In places like the US and the UK, you need to get something called a mechanical license.
A mechanical license. Okay, what does that do, and who gets the money?
It makes sure that the original songwriter, the person who actually wrote the music and lyrics, gets paid. They get a fee every time a copy of your cover is made or streamed.
So wait, you don't need permission from the original singer?
Usually no, you just have to pay the original writer. And what's interesting is that the writer often can't say no. As long as you pay the fee, you're generally allowed to record the song. It's designed to keep creativity flowing.
And those payments are called royalties, right?
That's it. They're called royalties. And they're calculated based on how many times the song is sold or streamed. Modern streaming services have systems that do all this automatically, which is pretty amazing.
Okay, but you said the writer often can't say no. So there's an exception.
There is. And it's a big one. It's called a derivative work.
Sounds complicated.
It can be. A mechanical license is fine if you're just changing the instruments, like going from rock to acoustic. But if you change the lyrics or you change the main melody in a big way, it's now a derivative work.
Like if you translated the lyrics into another language.
Perfect example. Or if you took a regular pop song and turned it into a song for a church service. Because you've changed the original creator's idea so much, you need their special permission.
And they can say no to that.
They can absolutely say no or ask for a much bigger payment. It protects their original vision.
Okay, so once the legal side is handled, we get to the fun part. Actually changing the sound of the song.
This is what makes covers so exciting to listen to, the genre change.
Oh yeah, like when an artist takes a famous hard rock song
Yeah,
and strips it all down to just a slow acoustic ballad.
exactly. And suddenly you hear the sadness in the lyrics that was hidden by all the loud guitars in the original.
Or they do the opposite. Take a quiet pop song and turn it into like a heavy metal anthem.
And what that proves is that a good song, a really well-written song, can work in almost any style. The foundation is just that strong.
And it's not just about the style. It's about how it's produced, right? The recording itself.
100%. An original song from, say, the 70s might have that warm sound from old tape machines.
Yeah.
A modern cover is probably going to be recorded digitally, so it'll sound super crisp, clear, and loud.
And those production choices really change how you feel about the song.
They do. A fast song can be slowed down to sound sad, or a sad song can be sped up to become a dance track. It all affects the listener's emotions.
So let's talk about the why. Why do artists even bother? It seems like there are two main reasons, and the first one is just, well, pure admiration, paying tribute.
Yeah, that's a huge one. Musicians cover songs to show respect for the artists who inspired them. It's like they're saying thank you to the music that came before them.
You see this a lot when a famous musician passes away and other artists perform their songs as a memorial.
It's an act of keeping the legacy alive, and it connects generations. A young star covers a song from the 60s, and suddenly millions of their young fans are discovering this incredible older music they might have missed.
Right. And then there's the second reason, which is, let's be honest, a lot more about business. It's about finding success.
For sure. For a new artist, doing a cover can be a really powerful tool to get famous fast.
Because people are more likely to click on a song they already know.
Exactly. It's much less of a risk than putting out a brand new song that nobody's ever heard. You already have a built-in audience.
So many stars today got their start by posting covers on YouTube. It's a proven way to get attention.
And if that cover gets big enough, it can hit the top of the charts. Sometimes the cover even becomes more famous than the original. For a new generation, that cover is the song.
And the internet has just made this whole process explode.
It's a global stage now. Anyone with a microphone and a laptop can record a high-quality cover and share it with the world.
Plus, the algorithms help. If you like the original artist, the platforms will start recommending covers of their songs to you.
It creates an automated audience for the new performer. It's an incredible tool.
Okay, this brings us to a really important point we need to be clear about. The difference between a cover song and a sample.
Yes. This is where it gets a little tricky, especially with genres like hip-hop.
So let's break it down. A cover song is
A cover is when you re-record the entire song from scratch. New instruments, new vocals.
Yeah.
You are performing the song yourself.
But sampling is different.
Very different. Sampling is when a producer takes a little piece, a snippet of the actual original recording and loops it into a new song. It could be a drum beat, a tiny bit of a vocal.
Just a fragment of the original audio.
Exactly. And the legal side is different too. A cover usually just needs that one mechanical license to pay the songwriter.
But a sample.
A sample often needs two licenses. One for the songwriter, for the musical idea, and a second one for the record label, because you're using their actual sound recording. It's way more complicated and expensive.
Right. And beyond all the digital stuff, covers are just a huge part of live music.
Oh, yeah. Think about any local band just starting out. They learn to play together by playing covers. It's how you practice.
And even huge famous bands will throw a cover into their stadium shows.
They do. It's a great way to surprise the crowd and create this huge sing-along moment where everyone knows every word. The energy just goes through the roof.
Then you have tribute bands, whose whole job is just to play covers of one famous group.
It's all about that shared experience, that communal joy of music.
So when you look at the big picture, what's the real impact on us, the fans?
Well, it brings up a lot of nostalgia, for one, and it always starts those great debates about which version is better, the original or the cover.
I've had a few of those.
We all have. But I think the biggest thing is that it encourages discovery. You hear a great cover, and it makes you want to go check out the original artist's other music. It keeps our musical history alive.
So for any musicians listening, here's a final thought. Choosing the right song to cover is a real balancing act, isn't it?
It is.
It has to be familiar enough that people recognize it, but you have to bring something new and creative to it to make it your own. The goal is to make it feel brand new while still, honoring the person who wrote it in the first place.
Cover songs are this amazing feedback loop. They're a creative shortcut, but they're also a way to honor the past, proving that a truly great song can connect people across time.
Good luck with your studies.